The following stories are true cases of people who have disappeared without a trace. If you have any information to their whereabouts, please contact the proper authorities. On August 20th, 1999, a young Italian woman vanished from Gallipoli, Turkey, and was never heard from again. Roberta Marucci, 28, was at the beach with her family when she received a phone call. This call lasted 5 minutes. 30 minutes later, at 9:30 a.m., she receives another call. This call lasted 45 minutes. During the second call, Roberta was seen pacing up and down the beach and appeared to be having an argument. However, Roberta was serene when she returned to her family. Later that night, Roberta and her sister Sabrina planned to attend a party in Gallipoli. They left the house at approximately 8:20 p.m. During the car ride, Roberta answers a phone call and is heard saying,
"Hi, Rory. If you want to believe Cynthia, go ahead. I can't talk right now."
At 9:30 p.m., Rory tries to call Roberta again, but nobody answers. Her phone continued to receive calls until 3 a.m. when it shut off forever. The following day, Roberta's family members were questioned by police. Her brother-in-law, Donato Citignola, recalls seeing her agitated when she was answering calls at the beach. On August 23rd, a note is delivered to Donato's sister's workplace that read,
"Hi, I'm Roberta. I wanted to tell you that I'm alive."
The following day, Roberta's car is found in front of a bar in Gallipoli. The owner of the bar is adamant that the car was not there the night before. The car was found with the driver's side door open. Inside, the keys and registration were not found. There was also no fingerprints uncovered inside the cabin, but a handwritten note was found that read,
"I love you, my sweet love."
The investigation has been off and on since her disappearance, with no major clues emerging about where she may be. Where is Roberta Marucci? 45-year-old Laura Hubner was a costume designer from Alberta, Canada. Though she was very passionate about her job, she decided to take a vacation. Nobody knew they would never see her again. Danica Wright, Laura's friend of over 20 years, said that Laura was excited to be back from her vacation to work on a movie. This could imply that Laura wasn't intending to disappear and leave her old life behind. Laura was last seen on the April 24, 2022, when she arrived at the Victoria International Airport. Laura was planning to travel to Nanaimo next. At first, it was reported that Laura traveled to see her friends, but it was later revealed that her goal was to meet up with a man she met online. This man has yet to be identified. On April 25th, Laura sent her father a photo taken on a boat. Laura's friend said that the man she met online offered her a date on his sailboat. On May 2nd, a boat fitting the description as the one in the photo was seen in Nanaimo dock near a Royal Canadian mounted police vessel after it had been towed. On May 3rd, a body washed up on Protection Island in Nanaimo, believing to be Laura's. However, it belonged to a man who fell into the water after a drunken argument with a woman. Laura was last seen wearing blue jeans, a white jacket, and a white hoodie. If you have any information about Laura's disappearance, contact the Nanaimo RCMP non-emergency line. 36-year-old mother of 3, April Bailey, went missing in January 2020 from Nashua, New Hampshire. April was last seen on the evening of January 15th when she left her apartment to take out the trash. She didn't take any personal items with her. Her purse and phone were found in the apartment. The last person who saw her was her boyfriend, who lived with her. She was officially reported missing on January 20th, and the police described her disappearance as suspicious, though there are no current suspects. It is unknown why her boyfriend did not go after her when she didn't come back after taking out the trash. April was last seen wearing a large black jacket with a fur-trimmed hood, black sweatpants or pajama pants, and pink and black Nike slippers. If you have any info regarding April's disappearance, call the Nashua Police Department. On December 3, 1990, Jody Johnson went to her mother's apartment, where she uncovered something truly horrifying. Instead of her mother, Elaine, Jody found cryptic notes and her mother's clothes in the washer. In the weeks leading up to her disappearance, Elaine was struggling with alcoholism and depression. She had also began dating a man named Brian Sachs. She announced that she planned to marry Brian in February, despite the fact that they had only been seeing each other for a short time. Elaine believed her daughter wouldn't like Brian, so the two had suspiciously never met. On November 29th, Elaine stopped in at her workplace to pick up her paycheck. While she was there, she allegedly told a coworker that if no one heard from her within the next few days, that it would be because she was dead. On December 3rd, Jody received a phone call from Elaine's work, informing her that Elaine hadn't been seen or heard from in days. Elaine's car was still in the apartment parking lot when Jody arrived, but Elaine was nowhere to be found. Jody said,
My mom was very meticulous, so when I went into her apartment, that's when I kind of knew something was askew. Like she wouldn't leave her lights on during the day and leave. The dish towel was laying there, her glasses were laying on the counter. It literally looked like she just walked out into the hall and was coming back.
Additionally, Elaine's coat, shoes, purse, identification, credit cards, and money were all still there. In fact, the only thing that appeared to be missing was her car keys, which have never been located. Police initially assumed that Elaine had ran off to start a new life, despite paying rent a few days before. The last footage of Elaine showed her in the building's elevator, wearing a jacket and shoes. 3 days before, she was reported missing. She was never seen leaving the apartment building after this. In addition to the cryptic notes shown here, Jody also found the number for a local mental health and substance abuse service. Elaine reportedly called Southwest General Medical Center 4 or 5 times in the hours before she disappeared, but what motivated these calls is unknown. When interviewed by police, Elaine's boyfriend Brian said that he spent roughly 40 minutes at her apartment on November 30th and departed at 8:30 p.m. However, he eventually changed his story. Now he claimed to have spent the night on the 30th and that he left the following morning. He said that before exiting the apartment building that morning, he spotted a note for Elaine on the intercom, quickly ran upstairs to give it to her, and found her in the laundry room. The alleged note has never been found. Brian eventually refused to cooperate with the investigation after passing a polygraph exam. He has since passed away and was never officially named a suspect. The laundry room is believed to be the key to understanding Elaine's disappearance. There was only one way out of the laundry room besides the trash chute. It is suspected that somehow Elaine ended up in there, and the case was reopened in 2011, but there have been no further updates. Anyone with information may contact the Parma Police Department.